And welcome, Divine Collective. Welcome to today's soul healing session. So, you know the drill. I'm with Bambino here. So, if Bambino starts screeching, we might have to end the live and perhaps continue another time. All right. So, yeah, the guides are telling me here that you of course this is never going to be for every single person. It's going to be for a specific few, the people to whom the message is directed. All right. And the guides are saying here that so we are dealing with a situation where you have dealt with a lot of betrayal. All right. And because of this betrayal that you've experienced in your life, you have lost a lot of things. You have lost a lot in your life. This betrayal, for some of you, it's from family members, for some of you, it's from romantic partners, and for some, it's from friends or perhaps even colleagues, associates, business associates. And for some of you, it's from every single group of these people. And the guides are showing here that you have nonetheless passed the test. And it's not that the test was really coming from them per se, but rather it's life. It's this third dimension world that is very dualistic, and it's got a lot of negative things in it. We are sharing this planet with a lot of evil people. Let's just be frank about that. And so you've come across a lot of these people. Some people, do evil things out of unconsciousness. Some people just do evil thing evil things blatantly because this is just who they are. And so either way, you have come across some of these people, and having had come across them, it has dealt you a huge blow in your life. All right. And the guides are saying they're going to restore you. They are going to restore everything that you have lost, and it's going to be multiplied 10 times. All right. And this is as I was saying, so it's not like the guides were testing you as you were going through all the betrayals, all the losses, and everything that you have experienced, but rather you were dealing with it because this is what this dimension offers. This is what happens in this world. As I said, you encounter a lot of evil people in this world. So because of that, you found yourself dealing with all of these things. But nonetheless, the higher forces of life always take everything that you experience, everything that we experience as human beings. They take it all and they use it for our good. They help us to, take something out of it, find meaning out of it. They use it to help us to build something out of it, to turn lemons into lemonades, to turn a disastrous situation into something prosperous, something successful, something miraculous. To they literally use all of those situations to even help refine us, to help build us, to help transform us into much more better versions of ourselves. So they use those situations, but they don't create those situations. And unfortunately, once again, because of a whole lot of horrible things that are happening in this dimension, the higher forces of life are really, working with very, very limited resources. And only as, we are moving along now, their resources becoming more and more available and more unlimited. But for a long time, they've been very limited. And so this is why you've dealt with what you've dealt. But you are going to be restored. This is what they are saying. You have passed your test and you are going to be restored 10 times. All right. So everything that you have lost, you're going to gain back 10 times. You're going to gain back your dignity 10 times. You're going to gain back your intelligence 10 times. You're going to gain back your finances 10 times. Your relationships, you're going to have better, more qualitative relationships, loyal people coming to you, people who want exactly what it is that you want. They are coming into your life, and you're going to have a whole lot of support. You're going to have all sorts of opportunities that have always needed to be open for you. They will now start to be open for you. All right. You will now begin to see a life that you never thought was possible. You will now begin to see things that you never thought they were possible. You will see possibilities where you previously thought, none existed. All right. So before we go into it, let's just quickly do what needs to be done. Holy Spirit, we thank you for your divine presence. Thank you for clearing out all negative energies in this space. And thank you that only the highest will of Source God, Creator for humanity, prevails. All right. True God creator, because I know some of y'all will be telling me, oh, God is a matrix construct and all of that. That is another topic for another time that, I can always touch with all of y'all, because some of these things are psyops. They are actually meant to put us in a position where we are now afraid of everything, because everything is a construct of the matrix, and we find ourselves in a situation where it's like now you can't pray because now Jesus is a construct of the matrix. You can't pray to whoever, because whoever it is that you are praying to is a construct of the matrix, and he's probably a demon. Jesus is also probably a demon. Like all the stories that are coming from all this so-called conspiracy theorists, and everyone is just a conspiracy theorist these days, and everyone is just bombarding humanity with information, trying to quote unquote enlighten you, but ultimately you find yourself just feeling a little bit confused as to, okay, what's what, which one is good and which one is not. What I will say to you is that whatever it is that you've been doing all along, whatever it is that you are seeing as the highest will of, I will still say God, and you call it what you call it. But whatever it is that you have always been seeing as that, that highest and benevolent force, continue with that one, because that one is a representation and a reflection of yourself. You understand? The highest version of yourself, because that's all we can ever know. There's nothing more that we can know. We can't know anything beyond ourselves in this world. So whatever it is that you've been praying to, whatever it is that you've been believing in, don't allow other forces to now start telling you that that thing is demonic or anything like that. And they will come with a whole lot of information, historic information, and etymology, and a whole lot of things to prove to you how that whatever it is that you're praying to is evil and all of that. Now there's something else that is behind the scenes that is much more powerful than what these other forces are actually trying to bring along there when it comes to because the intention, as I see it, is to confuse, to bring confusion, for people to now start losing their faith, for people to start now losing their sense of spirituality, to lose that meaning. And without meaning, what do we have? The meaning of life. Why is it that I'm here? My sense of purpose, my sense of connection with a higher force, a benevolent force, a force that is in charge of this world. You understand? So without connection to that, what do we have? All right. Anyway, I didn't mean to go on that tangent, but I had to, for some funny reason. Perhaps the guys wanted us to go into that. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Carol and Young, 97, mental health. You believe in God. Yeah, you believe in God and Jesus and Christianity and spirituality. Exactly. And that's pretty much it, because many a times these are really codes. That's really what they are. Even if they'll say, oh, Jesus is Zeus and all of those things. It could be that that's what people did at some point or whatever. It doesn't matter. But what matters is when you are connecting with that force, you're not connecting with whatever it is that those people could have created, whenever it is that they were creating those things, but you are connecting with that a version of yourself, the highest version of yourself, which that name, for example, Jesus or God, you understand, represents, or whoever it is that you would be calling out, whatever it is that that force represents. And if you're a benevolent being, you are connecting to the highest, the good, the benevolent versions that are the most highest of whatever it is that you are believing in there, and whatever it is that you're communicating there. You understand? These are just codes. You understand? Because you can't just pray to the air. You can, and there are many things that you can do, but I promise you, for the sake of the mind, things like just praying and calling the name of Jesus Christ, and or whoever, or Krishna or Buddha, or whatever it is that you are praying to, those things help. You understand? They help because they are codes. They activate certain things within you that are necessary. So it's for us, to the most part, for all we know, the true source, the true creator of life doesn't even have a name, doesn't need one. You understand? All of these things are for us. And a lot of it doesn't probably need even a prayer. You understand? All of these things are for us. It's for us. It's for a system, the system of this world, the three-dimensional being that we are inhabiting. When we do those things, pray, and those are high vibrational frequency code activation processes. So that's why you can literally be praying to a stick. You understand? As long as you're believing in the benevolence of the stick, and you're believing that, God has sent that stick to do amazing things and all of that, chances are something amazing is going to happen. But if you are a malevolent person, even if you are calling Jesus Christ or Yeshua HaMashiach or whatever it is that you call him, it doesn't matter. As long as you are a malevolent person from within, whatever it is that you're praying to is most probably the devil, is most probably a very, very dark force. You understand? So I don't want us to really, get lost in that. And once again, I don't know why is it that I got here, but I'm sure the guides have a purpose for us to go on the tangent. Let's quickly see what you guys are saying, and we will just go into the reading, because the reading is the guides are restoring you. All right. The guides are restoring you 10 times, tenfold. All right. Tenfold. 10 times, whatever it is that you have lost, all the betrayals, because of all the evil people that exist in this world, you are being restored. In 2026, you are being restored. You have passed your test. Okay, many of you, I know, you've been doing the work over the past few years, many years. You've been doing spirituality, you've been, doing self-development, you've been doing a lot of things. And for that reason, it's not a matter of you have just been consuming spiritual content and all of that, but you've been working on yourself. You've been healing what hurts. You've been practicing presence. You've been forgiving whatever it is that you need to forgive about yourself. You've been practicing whatever things that you need to practice. So you are there. You are there. Obviously, as long as we are here, we never arrive anywhere in terms of, being finally perfect, and you never need to whatever. There'll always be something. But, oh, sorry. I'm with Bambino here, and he's having some milk, and from time to time when he's drinking, he will often cough, because then he will be galloping a whole lot of it. So yeah, anyway, let's see what you guys are saying here. Love and career, yeah. I have a ST, I'm not sure. Oh, St. Michael, yeah. St. Michael. Oh no, St. Michael is the devil, they'll be telling you. St. Michael is the devil. St. Michael is the fallen angels that are now wanting you to. No. Even if someone can tell me, I do St. Mary rosary and all of those things, go ahead and do that. Whatever it is that you are inspired, because we are all so different. It's not even funny. We are all so unique. It's not even. Every single person has their own specific codes. You understand? And for some people, those codes could be those St. Michael's. For some people, those codes could be St. Mary. For some people, those codes could be whoever. And so none of us have any right to say, no. You should use this particular code, and you shouldn't use whatever particular code. If Jesus Christ is that code for you, and it works for you, go ahead. Go beyond that. Here in Africa, how we've been doing it for the longest time, and I really believe in this one. What we do is we believe in we go to church, to the most part. I don't, but a lot of people go to church typically, and I don't have an issue with church. You understand? But I understand the issues and limitations and a whole lot of things that could be involved with church and everything, religion and all of that. I get it. But how here in Africa people do it is, people will do church. They'll pray to God. You pray to God. That God is there. That Jesus Christ is Lord. And then you also understand that there are other forces that are at work as well. We've got angels. We also have ancestors. So if you are going to have a problem with that, I'm sorry. I can't help you with that. But that's how we operate here in Africa. We also believe in ancestors, and we also believe in other forces that we may not even have names for. You understand? Forces that we may not even know or be able to describe in words. You understand? And we also, of course, believe in elemental forces as well, and so on. But so basically, here in Africa, we understand, we embrace all of that. we don't limit ourselves. We don't exclude certain things. We don't say, no, we believe in this and we don't believe in that. All right. I don't know. Am I going to ever get into this reading today? Let's see what you guys are saying. Jesus, Yeshua. Yes, yes. You know, if Jesus, Yeshua is for you, go ahead, my darling. I love Jesus. We love Jesus. We love Jesus. Yeah, but what we do is we do not impose anything on anyone. Oh, and also, of course, we don't support anything that is oppressive. You understand? I certainly don't support anything that is oppressive, anything that is destructive, anything that is you know, sometimes there are certain, everything that is good, the evil forces of life tends to hijack them and, you know, want to now start using, you know, the fact that we are free and, you know, if we are all embracing, then some sneaky things will just slip in there. And then all of a sudden a good thing ends up turning into something evil, something horrible. For example, you remember when we all said, no, we're going to be free and, you know, we're not going to limit ourselves, you know, we're going to be what's the word, we're not going to be oppressed, you know, as women and all of that. And then we found ourselves in situations where we were so free that we literally laid aside our boundaries where sexuality is concerned, you know, like literally now there was no difference anymore between a spiritual woman and a woman with no boundaries, a promiscuous woman basically. And my, oh my, the dark forces came in and took full advantage of that. Didn't they do that? You understand? And they were like, oh, great, no boundary. Oh, she's super free and woke. Okay, let's go in and take all the things that we want to take because no boundaries there. She's free and liberal and whatever. You understand? So it's very easy for, this is just one example that I'm using, but there are many, many ways through which the dark forces sneak in whenever it is that a good thing is happening. So even in our freedom and all of that and our all embracingness, we still want to be able to look at you know, things as objectively as possible, as clearly as possible. So let's go back to the reading, people, because otherwise we'll find ourselves, you know, I only have at best 40 minutes to do this kind of things because, you know, Bambino wakes up and then the next thing, you know, when Bambino wakes up, I'm not able to continue with the readings. So let's see what else you guys are saying. I like learning about religion. Yeah, religion is beautiful. Religion, you know, there are so many things that I've learned about religion throughout my journey of spirituality that I'm not, I wouldn't even share with anyone, you know, about many of these things because some of these things, you know, the minute you start opening your mouth and talking to people about them, then they start, you know, bringing in their opinions and, you know, just messing up whatever good thing that you've got going on there. So many of these things, I will say, it's important to, you know, keep whatever relationship that you have with your higher forces. To the most part, there needs to be a good chunk of it that's kept secret. You know, that should just be between you and those forces that you are believing in. A good chunk of it should just be a secret between you and those forces. A good chunk of it should not involve other people. It should not be shared with other people. It should just be a secret between you and those forces, because the minute other people come in, I don't know what is it about human beings and what is it about this dimension, but I promise you, always there's some kind of pollution that enters into the space. All right, so that's why. All right, please throw me a like there. Please throw me a like. Let's just show some appreciation with some likes there. I really appreciate it. Let's see what you guys are saying. What else? uh in where I'm from, South Africa. In Scotland, the original religion is paganism. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think it's in Christian terms, it will be called paganism, but you guys, they practice, I think, some kind of Celtic or Celtic type of religions, Druidism or something along those lines. You got, yeah, I know. And those things are really beautiful, you know. Once again, here in Africa, you know, we've got other type of, you know, African type of spiritual practices and all of that. And I understand that both with Africa and even with the Western world, the Western pagan world, there are dark forces that have infiltrated whatever good thing that was going on there. because these spiritual things, the spiritual practices were always meant to help humanity connect to the highest version of themselves, and to also help humanity navigate this third dimensional experience in a way that is helpful, in a way that I don't want to say evolved, but in a way that is wholesome. Yeah, that's the better word. And yeah, however, both with African and with the Western so-called pagan world, these things have been infiltrated, just like with the Christian world, just like even with the Eastern, spirituality, everything has been infiltrated. You understand? Everything is. That's why where we are now, we end up just taking bits and pieces of everything, and we are taking what works, we're taking the meat, and we're leaving the bones. You understand? But yeah, all of these things are really beautiful in their true original form. And also, as long as we are doing whatever it is that we are doing with as much clarity and objectivity as possible. All right, so okay, I'm gonna shuffle some cards here, and then let me see what you guys are saying. All right, Carol and Young, I hear you. I hear you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's see what the guys are saying here. Okay, so I've got a lot of cards there. All right, so God is renewing your strength. Okay, God is renewing your strength. Okay, this world tries to shatter you. It does everything. The so-called matrix unleashes everything in its power to break you down. All right, but your strength is being renewed. All right, you are, I like the Bible, and I'm not a religious person, but anything that's good, just like any book that have good quotes in it, I'll also quote the Bible as well, because it's got a lot of powerful things in it. It's got a lot of good quotes, beautiful wisdom. It says, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Greater is I am in me than he that is in the world. All right. And so whatever it is that has been working to destroy you, the betrayers that have been betraying you, the liars, the thief, the pests that have been operating in your life and trying to just cause all sorts of problems. You are bigger and greater than that, and God is still able. I'll keep referring to God here, and see, take it however it is that you want to. But yeah, I'm more comfortable in that way. So God is going to keep rising above that. There's another one that says, when the enemy comes in like a flood, God raises the standard. All right. So whatever the devil keeps doing, whatever dark forces keep doing in your life, the higher forces will keep, raising the standard, keep lifting you up above all of that. So we've got Three of Pentacles here. You are going to receive recognition. All right. You're going to be recognized for what you've been doing. You are going to see yourself as well in 2026. I know they're saying a whole lot of things about 2026. All right. But the guys are also saying what they are saying about 2026 as well. All right. And what they're saying here is that you are going to recognize it. You're going to see yourself. You're going to be able to look back and see how far you've come. All right. And then the world is also going to do the same thing as well. Some of them are going to, hesitantly acknowledge and appreciate and recognize your value, what it is that you have contributed into this world. They are also going to recognize how much you are a formidable so-called enemy, because you never really presented yourself as an enemy. You've always just been doing your own thing. They decided to make you an enemy, and they're going to realize, this is a force that we should have never messed with to begin with. All right. They're going to hesitantly, they're going to, with their tails between their legs. You understand? They're going to disappointedly, they're going to very sadly, begrudgingly just have to give in. And in 2026, this is when the higher forces of life puts the enemy at our footstool. All All right. This is where the enemy tries, he might, if he's going to try to come in, he's going to try to come in a nice way now. He's going to try and come in trying to pretend to be a friend again. After having had betrayed you, that man is trying to come back now and talk about, no, I'm going to be faithful this time around. This time around, this man is trying to come back saying, oh, no, I'm here to commit. Here's a diamond. Here's a diamond. Because many times, these betrayers, they don't come with proper diamonds. Okay, they come with diamonds. Diamonds. They come with these things and they're like, I want to marry you. I'm ready for a commitment. I'm not young anymore. I'm ready for a commitment. All right. So this is pretty much what's going to be happening. And the reason why they're doing that is because they can see that, they tried, but there are forces that are working on your side that are bigger and better than they could have ever imagined. All right. They underestimated you. Okay. All right, and this is pretty much that, the Six of Cups here, trying to come back. This is them people trying to come back into your life, all right? The betrayers, the friends, the family members, the colleagues, the associates, and, everyone that did you wrong. And, many of them, as I said, some of them, they are doing this because of unconsciousness when they betray a person, and cause so much calamity in a person's life, so much devastation and destruction. Many of them are doing it out of unconsciousness, but many of them are also doing it deliberately because it's what makes them feel alive. They are evil. All right. And so they're going to come back. And when they come back, they're going to come back using nostalgia. All right. This is with the Six of Cups here. So it's them trying to, remember my boo. Remember when we used to, go and sit there by the, I don't know, maybe by the balcony and watch the stars, and some of the stars would be falling and some of the stars would be shooting stars. And, it used to be, oh my word, I never been so happy in my whole entire life. They'll be trying to come back with those old fond memories, all right, trying to rekindle the connection. And then some of them, your old friends who betrayed you, of course, they'll be saying, oh, you remember when we went to that place and we had so much fun and we did this and this and that. And you remember, you've always been there for me. You're the only best friend I really have ever had. You're the only person that has ever been, true to me. You're the only person that has ever been loyal, blah, blah, blah. No, it's all lies. It's just another tactic of them trying to see how else can we do this, because we can see that how is it they're coming back because they're trying to figure out, they want to figure out, how are you doing this? How are you? We thought you were going to be crushed by whatever it is that we would have done to you. Okay, we thought you were going. Why are you not getting crushed? What's wrong with you? Why are you not getting crushed? We need to figure out. You must be a witch. There must be something wrong with you. Okay. They try to cause a tower moment in your life, okay? And for many of you, you did experience a tower moment, okay? But guess what? This is what they are experiencing right now, all right? And this is also another reason why they're coming back, okay? So they're coming back because, I don't know if you can see this tower, because once again, these things, they, like, when I'm looking at it from my screen here, things don't look 100%. This card is always appearing as if it's covered, like as if it's not, appearing fully on the screen. But when I look back at the video, the card appears. So I don't know. So, but this is a tower. I'm just gonna leave it here because then, yeah. So they try to cause a tower moment, and now so basically whatever it is that they try to do to you, they got it. Many a times you look back at your life and you look back at the things that you've experienced, all right, especially when it comes to betrayal and the people that did you wrong, because many times it looks like they just do you wrong and then they walk off and they're just happy, because many a time, many of these people are very good at pretending and putting up a show of being better off. You understand? And what you don't realize is that majority of the time, these people, they're really getting it. When it comes to karma, they are getting it day and night. But you will not see it because these people, they are very good at putting up a show. Remember, many of these people, especially the ones that are inherently evil, they are master manipulators. They are really like very, very skilled actors. And they know that everything in their lives depends on them appearing as if everything is better off for them. You understand? But many a times, these people are actually going through a tower moment. Okay. And now they want to come back. They want to come back to you and they want to find out how is it that you did not stay down when we tried to put you down. Okay, so many a times you think that, oh, whatever it is that has happened to me is so horrible. This is such a bad thing that has happened to me. It's the worst thing ever. You should find out about what's happening to your enemies. Get close enough to your enemies and find out what's going on there, and you will know. And I'm not saying enemies because you are busy going out and labeling people enemies and so forth. No, I know you minding your business, you're doing your thing. All right, but it's these people that are coming into your life and they automatically put themselves into competition with you, whether it's a romantic partner, whether it's a colleague, as I said, whether it's a family member. These people just decide that they're going to pit themselves against you for whatever reason. But get close enough to them, look into how they're living. I have observed evil people, and I have never ever in my whole entire life seen a happy evil person. I've never. They laugh, they do all sorts of things. They seem to be, I mean, if they have money, for example, they can put up a very good show of appearing to be happy, but none of that is real. Even as you get close behind, when the curtain closes, when the lights shut down, when the party finishes and the music stops, you are once again back to dealing with some broken, messed up, effed up human being that is literally, it's like, yeah, you feel sorry for this person. But the thing is, there's no one there many a times. When you're dealing with these people, it's like majority of the time, there's just no one there. This person is crying, they're falling apart, but whatever it is that they're crying about, there's nothing there. I don't know if it even makes sense, because the reality is that it's nonsensical. Evil people are nonsensical. Nothing about them makes any sense. But the point is, when you're an inherently evil person, majority of the time, there is no one. They don't have a true sense of self. And this is one of the reasons why they hate you. This is one of the reasons why they try to put you down. This is one of the reasons why they try to destroy you. Is because you've got something that they don't have. You have a self. They don't have a self. They are a so-called non-player character, many of them. And you're thinking, some of these people are even better than you, and you're thinking, or appear to be better than you in terms of the third dimensional valuing of things, scaling of things. And then you're thinking, why would this person have an issue with me because they seem to be better than me? No, you've got something that they will never ever have, and what you don't have, you can always get. But what they have, what they don't have, they will never ever have it. If you don't have a self, you are literally like, you are an empty shell. Many people are walking around this world and they are nothing but empty shells. Empty. No hope whatsoever of getting a sense of self. When you tell that person, do a deep breath, breathe deeply into your diaphragm, that person panics, because they know that if they have to take a deep breath, that's going to destroy them, because there's nothing there. All they are is literal a big black hole, emptiness, darkness, a void. And not the void where you are entering into stillness. No, this one is a all-consuming void, a very destructive void. So this is what this person is dealing with right now, and they're also dealing with it because once again, they try to mess with you, and of course you don't know. You're thinking, oh my word, things are so bad for me because these people are just hating on me. They are haters. Why are they hating on me? What you're not realizing is that your guys are busy fighting for you, allowing some of the things to happen, slip in or whatever, so that they can use them for your good and refine you and whatever it is that they're allowing those things for. But majority of the stuff, they're actually protecting you from them. And not only are they protecting you from them, but they're also instituting spiritual justice against these people. They are getting their karma like nobody's business. They're getting their ass handed onto them on a silver platter on a daily basis from the guides. You don't know about it. You don't know the kind of nightmares that these people have. You don't know the heart palpitations that they're constantly having. You have no idea. All right. So, but these people are living in a constant tower moment. The story of their life is a tower moment. It doesn't matter how beautifully packaged it is. All right. We got the Knight of Wands. All right. This is them coming here, all nice and fiery, all nice and shiny. all nice and everything, performative, performative, coming here with same old stuff. You've seen it over the past, 10 to 20 years. You've observed, you've witnessed it. You know how they work. You're not going to fall for those tricks again. All right. Doesn't matter who it is. You're not going to fall for those tricks again. You know how they operate. All right. 5 of Swords. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Betrayer getting betrayed. Okay. That's what I'm getting here. It's giving betrayer getting betrayed. Okay. Running back to you because whatever little schemes they had going on blew up in their faces. Whatever little group of clique, whatever it is that they had going on with whoever it is that they had coalesced with, grouped themselves with to gang up against you. Now they've turned on each other. All right. Now they come running to you. They're coming running to you with all sorts of fake nightness, night type of vibes. All sorts of fake, I'm here. Oh, you're so amazing, I'm here to make sure that, we've always been, good to each other. We've always been loyal. I'm here to make sure that you're good, you are fine. No, you are here because you got a taste of your own medicine. That's why you are here. All right. Because now they're seeing that God is restoring everything that you have lost. They are seeing that God is doing amazing things in your life. They are seeing that, there's something that you are working with. Now they come running back here. Now they want to come running back. And you know what? These people, they are so duplicitous, is not funny because on one end, they are coming back because they see that you've got something that they can try and steal from you. But they're also coming because they want to understand, they are suspecting that you are the one that bewitched them. Because somehow, they get it, that whatever it is that's happening to them, this constant tower moment of theirs, because even before you came into their lives, for those of you that, these are not just family members, but it's people from outside. It's like they've always been dealing with tower moments, but ever since you came into their life, it's like those tower moments amplified for them. All right. It's like they multiplied. It's like now they're dealing with exponential tower moments. All right. And somehow they can pick up that it has something to do with you. So they're thinking, no, you are the witch. To an evil person, a good person is the witch. You understand? Because, our versions of reality are not the same. Okay. 4 of Wands. Look at that. Coming here, all because they can see that you happy. You are fine. You got your thing going. Some of you've got your own nice relationship. Some of you, this person left you and they thought you were going to be stranded. You run into a healthy man, a healthy woman. You build a happy, beautiful family for yourself. You are happy. You are happy. You understand? You are happy. So some of them, they are seeing that. And for some of you, you may not even be in a relationship. You may literally just be single and just enjoying yourself, enjoying your space, enjoying your independence, enjoying your life. All right. And they are trying to come back because they are seeing that this person is happy without me. I clearly didn't do the right job of trying to damage this person the last time around. Let me come back. This is why they're coming back. They are seeing that you are happy. You are fulfilled. Good things are happening to you. Why are good things happening to you when bad things are happening to them? Why are you so happy? And even when bad things were busy happening to you, you were still happy. What's wrong with you? They want to know. They don't understand. Okay. Look at that. So this person is going to try and come back because things are really bad by this person. Hey, things are really, really bad. Okay. This person is going through a very bad streak. And, I'm getting here, this bad streak, unfortunately for this person, because I don't know, I'm getting an energy of a person, in particular, specifically. Like there's that one person that's going to try and reach out to you. All right. And, this person, the guys, the way that they are showing, has been on a very bad streak for a very long time. All right. And it's not about to end anytime soon because this person is not learning whatever lesson that they need to learn. And the lesson is, unfortunately, yeah, well, if you're inherently evil, you're inherently evil. So it's what are the chances of you learning any lesson? Because you doing anything good is usually very, it's like if you tell a good person to be evil, it's literally like taking a fish out of water. That fish is gonna die. You understand? So when you tell an evil person to be a good person, like learn your lesson and be a good person, you need to learn to be good. What you are saying to that person is that you need to be a fish out of water, and it's that's annihilation to them. All right. So that's quite unfortunate because they messed with the wrong one. They came there by you and they did whatever it is that they did. They didn't realize that you had such a powerful protective team. They didn't realize that you had such a powerful spiritual team working on your side, and your spiritual team is working 24/7 to make sure that you are good. All right. So this is what has happened to this person. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I need to get out soon. I need to get out soon because oh my lordy gory, 40 minutes has passed. Let's just see what else is going on here. Look at you in your crown, enjoying your empathy. All right, enjoying being a good person with your beautiful golden white dress. All right, with your beautiful crown and your beautiful throne, just enjoying your life. All right, enjoying being loved, enjoying being supported. You are enjoying being protected. All right. Your spiritual team working 24/7 for you, making sure that you are good, making sure that you are okay. All right. This is you. Your spiritual team is on guard 24/7. Your spiritual team is showing flames to your enemies. All right. Your spiritual team is working overtime to make sure that you get the love, the favor, the support, everything that you need. Okay. Look at what is happening to your enemies. All right. Because of your spiritual team, this is what your spiritual team, this is what it does to your enemies. All right. Your spiritual team puts your enemies in a 10 of swords. Your spiritual team literally, it what's the word? I'm looking for a word. Yeah, that word is not coming through, but it literally, like, it crushes. Yeah, that's the word. Your spiritual team crushes your enemy. It crushes them, like it turns them into dust. Okay, it turns them into nothing. That's what your spiritual team does. Anyone who comes and messes with you whilst you are on your good journey of life, doing whatever it is that you're doing, then people coming in and sabotaging your endeavors and trying to do whatever it is that they do, you see, because you are a prayer warrior. All right. Whatever it is that you do, whether it's meditation or it's actual literal praying, you are a spiritual warrior. All right. You are very intuitively connected. You are connected to the higher forces. Basically, you've got bros in higher dimensional area codes. Okay, that's what you do. You have bros in higher you have bros and sisters in higher dimensional area codes. That's you out here. You is dangerous as a mother effer. All right, you is dangerous. Okay, and dangerous in a good way to the enemies. All right, the enemies of humanity, the enemies of goodness. All right, and so these people, they've effed around and found out that, oh, okay, look at the she weird. Look at her with all these things covering, like a samurai warrior or something along those lines. Like, what on earth? What the fudge are we dealing with here? Is she a witch? What is she? She's a witch. She's a devil. She's a demon. She's a what is she? What is this person? What's wrong with her? You understand? Why is our little sorcery, whatever it is that we're doing on her, why is it not working? Because it works on everyone else. Why is it not working on her? It's because you've got an invisible team here that they know nothing about, an invisible team that they will never ever know anything. But the invisible team that you are working with, they don't even see these people popping up or anything like that. All that they see is the aftermath of the activities of this spiritual team. All right, because this one's they always overplay their hand. This is the people that are messing with you. They always overplay their hand. All right. What they do is they, are always overconfident. They always, underestimate you as their so-called opponent because they decided that you are an opponent to them, right? But you are emerging beautifully and triumphantly. Look at that. Beautifully and triumphantly. All right. I hope this is visible here, because, this cards. This is priestess. All right. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to, just quickly hear what messages do the guides want us to hear. And then I'm going to be out of here because, hey, just for comfort and encouragement, then I'll be out. I don't want to be here for too long. I'm not going to do any confirmations today because of time. All right, but yeah, it's been really wonderful just spending this time with you. It's really been amazing just having, nice general conversations. Okay, it says you could use some self-care time like now, schedule it in. Okay, so basically take time out to rest. You've been fighting battles and everything. Take time out, take a little bit of time. I would say, on a continual basis. Let it not be a temporary thing, but make sure that you allow yourself time to rest. You allow yourself time to connect with yourself and also to allow the higher forces to fight your battles instead of you fighting your own battles yourself. All right. Let's see. Because we got a mighty powerful spiritual team here. Very, very powerful spiritual team. So you really don't need to do a lot of stuff yourself. Okay. Remember that it's okay to be happy. Really, it is. Because, these demons here, many a times they see you happy and they're like, oh, let's figure out how we can spoil it for her. Because they are happiness haters. These demonic people, these evil people, that the betrayers, the backstabbers, what they do is they are really enemies of happiness, and they somehow condition you in a very subtle way that it's wrong to be happy, and they also condition you to be afraid of being happy because you're afraid that every time you show them any glimmer of happiness coming from your side, it's like you just know that you are going to get attacked or they're going to try and attack you and so on. But rest assured that your spiritual team is working night and day to tackle these people. Anyone that touches you learns the hard way never to mess with you ever again. So it's okay to be happy now. It's okay to be happy. It's very important, actually. I can always, like, literally, when it comes to the spiritual importance of being happy, it cannot be emphasized enough. I wanted to say there can always be time to talk about how important it is to be happy, but we won't go there because this is a tarot reading channel. But yeah, so be authentic, anything else is just exhausting. Okay, because this is what these people are fighting against you for: your authenticity, the fact that you are real, the fact that you are genuine, the fact that you honor yourself. You're not about the superficial. You're not trying to put up a show because you are the show yourself. Like, you are here. In Setswana we say akere, and sometimes in this vernacular language, I'm South African, okay? So in this local languages, sometimes they say ne, ne. So that means, it's like, or know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. So we say akere. So akere, you are here, akere, you are here. You are here. So you are the whole show yourself. For them, they need to put up a show because they are not here. So they really need to put up an act to convince someone that they are there, even though they are not, because there's no one home. Lights are on, but nobody's home. You are dealing with nothing but puppets of demonic forces. That's all. They are empty vessels, and they're just being used by demonic forces. That's why when you look at many of them, all that they are is literally an amalgamation of collective programs. You understand? But you are unique. You are authentic. You are yourself. You have your own unique blueprint. You've got your own thing going on there, like, and it's not extravagant. It doesn't have to be something great, something amazing, something extravagant. No, it's just you, and that's so powerful. That's your power there, because once again, every time these people look at you, you are a painful reminder of something that they will never be: a real human being. All right, so go on right ahead and shine that light. All right, radiate that light beautifully, radiate that light amazingly. Enjoy these beautiful things that higher force, higher what do we call this? Higher wow, the higher forces of life are bringing into your life. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. That God is bringing into your life. Okay, so enjoy them, enjoy these beautiful things, enjoy this restoration, enjoy this tenfold, 10 times. Restoration of everything that you have lost. Enjoy your new journey, enjoy your new path, whether you're in a relationship or you are a single person. Enjoy this beautiful thing that you've got going on. Enjoy the fact that you've come along this far. All right, you've made it to 2026. Here you are. All right, celebrate that. Okay, many of them would have wanted you gone, and I understand that. Many a times when we look at how horrible things are in this world, for many people it feels like that wouldn't be such a bad thing if I'm not here at all. But you have no idea how important your presence is. This is also another story that I could always share some other time, how important it is for you as a genuinely good person to exist, to be around. You understand? It's so important. It's not even funny. So we need you. We need you to stick around. And also, I like the fact that if you've been having a very rough journey, you're about to experience a lot of relief. All right. You're about to see a lot of good things. You're about to see things coming together in your life. All right. So enjoy it. And thank you so much for spending time with me on this transmission. Let me just quickly see what you guys are saying here before I say goodbye. I have OCD. May I ask TY? Okay, I'm not sure what that means there. How about okay, oh, I missed something. How about my friendship? All broken my heart. Oh, for those of you that are, yeah, it's still you, Carol and Young. Please, listen to this message again, because chances are this message was for you. All right, listen to the message again and hear what the guys are saying, because the guys are speaking to you and telling you exactly what it is that you've been dealing with. All right, and also what it is that they are doing. And there are also tips here that have been shared with regards to how you are overcoming the situation, because you are overcoming it. All right. And you are always welcome to get in touch with me. My contact details are in the description box. Let me see. Okay, so may I ask? So that one, okay, yeah, a question. May I ask a question? Okay, are you still there, Carol N. Young, to ask your question quickly before I go? If you are there, just give me a sign, Carol N. Young. If you are still there, give me a sign so that we can quickly answer your question, and then I really have to go. So I want to see if I can answer your question first. So I'm going to give it, okay, go ahead, ask your question. Oh, Spirit of the Lord is upon me. I'm just waiting for you to type your question, all right? Oh. Oh. I'm singing a song by, what's her name? I don't know why I'm forgetting her name, but this is the ex-wife of Reverend Michael Beckwith. His ex-wife has her own thing going on. Then she's got good music as well for very spiritual people. All right, what's coming in for love? All right, so what the guys showed here in the reading is, for some of you, there'll be definitely love coming in. And even in some of the previous readings that I did as well, the guides did indicate that for some of you there's new love and healthy love that's coming in, a proper relationship, healthy, stable relationship coming in. Even they showed the Knight of Cups, and I think they could have also showed the Knight of Pentacles as well. All right. So definitely love is coming in for many of you this year, healthy love. And for some of you, your exes will be even trying to fight with, some of them will be fighting with each other for you, trying to come back to you. Some of them will be fighting with your current partner and trying to basically destroy whatever it is that you currently are having, because they'll be so jealous, your toxic exes. But definitely, you in this year, many of you are going to get into new relationships, so, and they're going to be so good that your exes are going to be jealous and want to try and disrupt that thing that you got going on. All right, so let me see if there's anything else about love that the guides could have said. um yeah, so if love is what you're looking for, definitely it's gonna be coming in. And for those that are not interested in love, because some of you, you've gotten to that point where it's like, not interested anymore, and it's not that I hate it or anything like that, but I've just discovered that, oh, it's actually very nice to be by myself, and so I'm not interested in a relationship anymore. For you as well, you are still going to be enjoying your life, you're still going to be enjoying that aspect of yourself, and you're just going to be flourishing in that regard. But definitely there's love that is going to be abundant, and it's going to be healthy love that is going to be coming through to you in 2026. What you just need to be aware of is the opposing forces, the stuff from your past, the people from your past that are going to come in, that are going to try and come in and just cause a little bit of problems there, just so that, and some of them might even come just before this proper healthy partner comes in. They might just try and come in first to just distract you, so that you're not able to see when this person shows up, and you're not able to give them the right kind of attention, and you're not able to basically enjoy the relationship the way that you're supposed to. So be wary of this. So be wary in 2026. Be expectant, look forward to beautiful things happening in your life. All right, and then be wary of people from your past trying to resurface in 2026. All right, so let me quickly see, is there a time frame? Let's look at time frames for those of you that are looking at time, that want to know time frame. There it is. Right, and then after the time frame, I'm done, my darling. If you need anything more, we're gonna have to get in touch with each other. As I said, my details are in the description box. I can't stay longer than this. I really need to go back to Bambino, because I have already been away from him for more than I need to. Okay, so for some people, it's the wrong time. So what I'm seeing here with this is for those people that are just not interested. Wow. Okay, time is frozen. This is so interesting. Okay, we'll talk about it just now, very quickly before I go. Okay, so this one jumped out. Wow. Okay. Right. Okay, so I kicked my stand there. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so 9 months from now. So I'm not sure why is it that there seems to be some kind of a delay here. So it looks like maybe there are one or two things that the guides are probably still doing. Sometimes they'll be focusing on other things, and then they would say, okay, before we open certain doors, let's finish other things first. Like, for example, maybe they're busy restoring other areas of your life. At the moment, and healing whatever it is that needs to be healed. And I know people get a little bit upset when you start talking about healing. Like, I've been healing for so many years. I hear you. So it's not a matter of you have to go and heal this or whatever, but it's a matter of you might find that maybe your career or other areas of your life, they are still coming together, and so a certain conditions need to be created in your environment to accommodate this love, because many people don't realize how toxic previous relationships really cause a lot of problems in your life, and a lot of obstructions also when it comes to experiencing new love. So you might find that there might be one or two things that the guides are still just needing to clear out, and you might not necessarily even know specifically what that thing is, because they might just be at work at it behind the scenes, removing that. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. So here with the it's the wrong timing and time is frozen. For me, it just tells me here that uh, so okay, so let's look at is the wrong time first. Okay, so this the wrong time, it speaks to the people that are just not interested. All right, so for them it's like, yeah, okay, fine. Right now, if you're gonna come at me and say you want to love me, sorry, it ain't gonna work because I'm not interested. Okay, if you knock on my door and talk about love, romance, relationship, not interested at all. Okay, this is those people. And then this group here, time is frozen. So this could be the people that the guys are still busy, clearing certain things out of their lives. For many of you, I know you've been doing the work. That's why I'm not even going to try and be saying, no, you need to go and heal. I know that chances are you've been. So whatever it is that the guys are doing now, it's something that, for example, there could be maybe a rock, a stone, somewhere, somehow in your space, in your environment, that the guys just need to remove because it's holding on to certain types of energies that are just working against you and your potential to enjoy romantic love. You understand? And the guys just need to create a situation where that stone somehow gets moved away. I'm just giving an example. You understand? But something like that is something that needs to happen because that thing is keeping you stuck in time. It's keeping you in so maybe in even sort of like a loop where you are wanting to experience love, but the love is not coming. Okay. And then here they are saying it's time to move forward. Okay. So here, how I'm reading this is that uh, there are some of you that you might be a little this is going to come across a little bit harshly, and I do apologize for that. There might be a little bit of a fixation on wanting to manifest love. You understand? And for some people, this fixation, this obsession with wanting to manifest love might be coming from a place of lack. From a place where you are feeling like you are recognizing the emptiness, the absence of that person too much more than you are recognizing your own presence. And one of the reasons why it hurts so much that you haven't met the person that you would like to meet, it hurts because um you it's like the space, the emptiness where that person is supposed to be occupying, that space is too all consuming, is too overwhelming, is too big. You understand? And the guys might be wanting to encourage you here to actually start recognizing your own presence and things that really fulfill you and things that really just make you like, you know the things that make us vulnerable to toxic people. There are many things in this world that makes us vulnerable to toxic people, but one of those things is when we value the presence of other people more than we value our own presence. And when we have not done or had that experience of how it feels to be fully present in your body, if we haven't had that experience yet, if we have never had that experience yet, what happens is that even when someone says, no, you want to be present with yourself, blah blah blah, it just feels like a turn off. It feels unappealing. You understand? The prospect of doing your life alone without a man, it becomes so painful because it's like experiencing yourself by yourself and being with yourself feels very painful. You understand? And that's because you haven't really occupied yourself per se. Because I promise you, once you occupy yourself, it might be a little bit of a problem for you to actually want to be in a relationship. Yeah, many people who have experienced themselves end up not wanting to get into a relationship again because it's like, okay, this is the stuff that I was looking for the whole time. So if I got it, I don't need to outsource anyone else anymore. You understand? And they go out, they have friends, they do all these things, they have all these fulfilling things, but they are not interested in the other stuff because it's like, oh, okay, no. But this is not to discourage you in any way. What I'm saying is that what you want to do is you want to allow yourself to move forward with yourself too. So don't be stuck in time. Don't be stuck in that loop where you are trying to get someone to be in your life, but rather keep moving with yourself. So I once said to someone in my life many years ago, I said to them, marry yourself. Start treating yourself like another person. You understand? And start doing to yourself and for yourself what you would love for that person to do for you. Start doing that, and keep feeding, keep nurturing, keep planting, sowing seeds into yourself. All right. And then the more you keep doing that, the more it becomes easier for you to then experience the kind of love that you want. All right. Um, and once again, it's going to be coming first from within yourself, and then it's also going to be coming from the other person. And the nice thing about when you are in that state is that even if there's no threat whether this person sticks around or goes away. There's no threat. You are happy because it's like, oh, I'm fulfilled. I'm already fulfilled. You understand? So you are a cherry on top of the cake, but you are not the cake. You understand? You are not the whole thing. You are just an addition. You are adding to my happiness, but I am already happy. It's so important to get there. All right. So yeah, move forward with yourself by looking into what is it that you need, and how can you fulfill those needs. What is it that you need? And many a times also, I know that when we are still when we are still when we still have not occupied ourselves, there's this thing where even the factual, we replace the F with an S. Even the factual stuff become very, very important. It's like, oh my word, I have needs. And then, so who's going to meet those needs? But when you get to that point where it's like, okay, fine. You experience what fulfillment really is. Then it's like, oh, okay, so I, I can actually, I don't need that. Like the desire for that, it goes somehow, it significantly subsides, and things like that. So it's hard to describe it to other people, or to just describe the whole experience. It's very difficult to describe it, but it's like you enjoy these things, but you're not enjoying it out of the fact that they are everything to you. You understand? You enjoy them as okay, this is what this world offers. These are some of the pleasures that it offers, and there are also tools for certain things as well, so I can enjoy them in that way. But they are not everything for you. It's not like you're gonna die when you don't have facts, and it's not like you're gonna die when you don't have a partner. You understand? It's not like something horrible, or you're going to be miserable when certain things are not happening. You understand? It's like, okay, if something doesn't happen, you can be a little bit sad for like 5 minutes and then move past it and continue to other things that make you happy, moving forward with yourself. All right. And then there'll always be people. There'll always be people wanting to match their energy with you, connect with you, and all of that. And so if you are not desperate, then you'll be able to pick up the ones that are toxic, and also you are going to be able to repel them, and you are also going to be able to pick up the ones that are healthy for you. But then for some of you, 9 months from now, it might feel like a long time, but the person is coming. Okay. 9 months from, you might already know the person, you might already be having conversations with them, and you might just be on the way to that final date. You understand, that person asking you for a date. All right, so thank you so much for spending time with me on this transmission. Until next time, goodbye.